The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
First sentence of your book is very interesting. You take on those Republicans who say, and anybody who's thinking they're going to get a book about hating President Obama should think again, because you take on all the Republicans who accuse him of all sorts of things, from being a Marxist to lying about his citizenship to being a Muslim. And, you know, we've seen in the last week, I had Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann on the show last week. We saw Speaker Boehner last week on Meet the Press. And it seems like Republican leaders have the hardest time in the world saying simply and clearly, President Obama is a Christian and President Obama is a citizen. Get over it.
You know, I don't know why that's hard. I have disagreements, sharp disagreements with President Obama on almost all of his policies, whether it's domestic in relationship to spending and debt, or whether it's foreign. I think a lot of his foreign policies are misguided and, frankly, naive. I don't dislike the man personally. In fact, I celebrated that in my lifetime I saw an African American elected to the presidency, having grown up in a very segregated Deep South as a child. He's my president. I don't want him to fail in the sense of that I want him to fail because he's a Democrat. I want our country to succeed. I want him to change his policies so I think the country can succeed more effectively.
You think it's smart for your fellow Republicans to keep this controversy alive?
Well, I'll leave up to them whether they think it's smart. I just don't think it's completely necessary for us to delve into such extraneous matters. And I'll tell you, the idea that he's not a citizen, to me, you know why that's nonsense? Because if there was any shred of truth to it, Hillary Clinton and her wonderful investigative opposition research machine would have found it and would have used it. And for Republicans to even be bringing it up, I think it's a waste of energy and time. Let's focus on the issues with which we have disagreement, not on really the extraneous personal things that are immaterial.
The book is called A Simple Government. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Great to be here.
You all can read an excerpt of it at abcnews.com/GMA. Also, all my interviews with the other 2012 contenders are there as well.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.